My name is Lauren Pulaski, and I work at Ivy Ranch Elementary School as a mild moderate special education teacher for grades K through 3. My inquiry question was, what strategies can be implemented to promote social interactions on the playground for students with IEPs? I picked that question because at our site we have a high population of students with autism, and when they're out at recess, they're walking around alone, not interacting with other students. The aides aren't interacting with them, which leads to their social goals not being worked on. Social deficits for students with autism may lead to social neglect and isolation, peer rejection, peer conflict, and then also lack of close reciprocal friendships with others. The student learning I expected to see was more increased interactions for students with IEPs, like saying hello in the hallway, meeting more of their IEP social goals, and then becoming routine to play with other kids at recess and not needing to be prompted by their aides. Also, that they will begin to develop real friendships with other kids. The student learning was going to be measured by number of students with IEPs engaged in the activity, the amount of time students are engaged in the activity, and then the number of students without IEPs engaged with the activity. My first action plan step was reading the hands-on manual for teaching social skills to kids with autism. I created a recess plan visual for students who were hesitant to interact with others. This gave them a clear expectation that they needed to follow every day on the playground. And then I also updated my data sheets to more resemble the ones that I saw in the manual, which led to more accurate data from the aides. My action plan step 2 was observing a middle school social skills class. I started to incorporate the zones of regulation more into the social skills lessons. The students were able to begin to identify their zones of regulation and when they are in those zones and how to regulate those emotions, and then ultimately generalizing those skills into other settings. I also began to add challenges into the daily activities on the playground to work on collaboration and then to help the students with IEPs work on dealing with frustration. I attended the peers training. They gave us a link to see good and bad video modeling for different social situations. I played it for the students during social skills group, and they were able to see clear ways that they should be interacting with others, and then they would role play it. We specifically watched how to be a good sport and appropriate ways to enter group conversations, since those are things that they see every day. The unit engaged the students in communication, collaboration, creativity. In first grade, the one student played an average of 8 minutes per recess. Another student played an average of 5.56 minutes per recess, and then an average of 9.4 students without IEPs joined into the game per recess. In second grade, the one student played an average of 14 minutes per recess, and an average of 4 additional students without IEPs joined into the game per recess. In third grade, an average of 3.4 students with IEPs played the game per recess, and then an average of 4.93 additional students without IEPs joined into the game per recess. So some of the things that I learned about my students were all types of students want to play the games. The students with IEPs want to be included. They just need to get some modeling on how to do that. The visual and timers really help the students with IEPs. Practicing the social situations prior to being out on the playground helps them significantly, and alternating between fine and gross motor games allows different student strengths to be high. I interviewed the students on what they thought of the social facilitation on the playground, and here are some of their responses. what I learned about myself as a teacher is I want to continue the social facilitation on the playground. The pre-teaching of social skills is crucial for the students with social deficits. Using concrete social data is important versus the anecdotal data. It gives me more concrete data on where the students actually are. And then organization is what really helped this inquiry project be successful.